Hey everybody, this is Yannick Collins and welcome back to Oz Living. Now we have a new crypto on the block here. Joining me is Philip Lim. He is the CEO and co-founder of XVA, the future of luxury assets ownership. And he's also director, producer, screenwriter, you name it. So Philip, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Yanni. Thank you.
So Philip, let's start about XVA. Tell us all about your company and how did this came about?
Yeah, I'm the CEO of XVA Collective. It's obviously a Web3 company. And you mentioned earlier that I'm actually a director, producer / scriptwriter for the last 30 years.
Right.
So what came about was I think 2-3 years ago during the pandemic, I found out that there was this whole consignment of wine futures that was available. Because at that point, I think we are aware that back then, I think that the world is coming to an end, economy was going down, everybody was not buying anything, saving up, whatever. And I found out that this consignment of wine futures was available because nobody is spending money on wines. And so I called my partner, who is today my co-founder. I said, hey, Jeremy, I have this consignment of wines, that I think can make money. Provided they discover a vaccine down the road, because prices will shoot up, you see. And then that's how we evolve into NFT, you see. So that's how we evolve into where we are today.
Wow. And why do you think there is a need to tokenize wines? And aside from wines, what other luxury assets are you minting?
I think because I'm a wine drinker, so I buy a lot of wine futures in the past. So if you are familiar with wine futures, what it does is basically you're buying wines from a barrel. And then you buy that obviously at a very low price because Chateau needs some money for the cash flow. And I just buy at a very low price so that, eventually when it's bottled, when it goes into the retail market, the price will shoot up and I feel that I've saved a lot of money, you see. But then I realized that in between the wine being in the barrel and the wine being bottled and being listed in the retail market, there's this gap, you see, and there's value in it. You see, but right now nothing is being done, you see. So I thought that an NFT ecosystem can help the owners of these NFTs or wine futures in a way monetize or actualize their assets, in a sense, if they want to. Yeah.
And aside from tokenizing wines, you're also a wine NFT marketplace.
Yes.
Tell me what other utilities does XVA have?
We obviously, right now, we don't just tokenize our NFTs, our wines into NFTs. We also build our own marketplace. That means you come onto the marketplace, you can buy and you can trade your wines. And if you go onto our website, you realize that we are trying to merge between the digital world in terms of NFT and go into the physical world. So what it does is we guarantee a buyback in 2 years' time. In a sense that if you buy our wine futures today, in 2 years' time, we will help you sell the NFT. Because at that point, the price will have gone up. If the NFT price have not gone up, your wines will have gone up. You see, so that's how we try to make value add our token holders.
Interesting. So it's an asset-backed NFT marketplace.
Yes.
And so tell me now about your VIP membership. What do you need to be a VIP?
I won't call it a VIP. What we are doing right now, and we are still in the midst of developing it, and we announce it down the road, we call it XVA Access. What it does is, it's also an NFT. So besides buying the NFT that is backed by wines, it's also tagged by a list of privileges in terms of club access, restaurant access, and it's just I've been in talks for the past 2 weeks talking to people because they're in Singapore, bars in London, in Paris, in New York, and stuff like this. So it's like a digital membership, global. And we are slowly building that up. So that is a utility function of our NFT.
So you're building a club basically for these niche people.
Yeah. In fact, this morning we just had a meeting with my partners, and we are basically saying, hey, you know what? This whole, getting all these clubs together might take a bit longer. So we are doing more what we call pop-up events also. Where we have our XVA pop-up somewhere, physical space, whether we are doing wine tasting events in shopping malls or some other stuff, or basically collaborating with other partners. That's why we call ourselves an XVA Collective, because we are also working with other partners.
And how do I buy an XVA NFT? Could you take me through the process?
Well, it's so simple. XVA.asia, go to our website, NFT marketplace, click and you'll see all NFTs there. And if you go in and see it, you realize that our NFTs are pretty cool, you know. You see all this video of wine pouring and scrolling in a glass or whatever, you see. And you just, make a choice of which one you want to buy.
That's how easy it is?
It is that easy. And if you're not familiar with it, again, go to xva.asia. You just express some interest, leave us your email, contact number or whatever. We will try to contact you,
And so for those who are not as, not part of like the wine tasting, wine connoisseur people, like how do you even like sell, what is your angle here in trying to sell this product of yours?
Of course, right now we started with wines, like I said, by accident, because I mentioned 2 years ago, I got this consignment of wines that I got at a very low price. So my investors are very happy with me now because the price have gone up about 20-30%.
Wow.
So down the road, we are also talking to other, I guess I can say it now, you see, we're talking to even whiskey makers. Mm-hmm. We're also going to tokenize the whiskeys and other luxury assets down the road. So even if you are not interested in wines, whiskeys are on the way, and then also plus some other luxury assets.
Interesting. All right. And so what are the plans in the next 6 months, and what do you hope to achieve with XVA?
The next 6 months, what we have done last week is that we signed a deal with xt.com. It's a crypto exchange. So we'll be listed on xt.com in by next month, we see. So this way, it gives us access to obviously the xt.com pool of users, and we are going global.
Amazing.
Yeah. So xt.com is only a first step of many steps we are doing to try to also list onto other crypto exchanges.
Well, Philip, this is a very unique project. It's such a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you for inviting me, Annie.
You're welcome.